It's my sad duty to report that there are still 23 people in New South Wales hospitals. This morning I was able to attend Rabbi Eli's funeral, which was a celebration of a man that was a gift for our city and someone who did so much, not just for the Jewish community, but for everybody that lives in New South Wales. He had a particular joy for Hanukkah, where he would dance down the street, and he will be sorely missed by his family, by his friends. It's a terrible, terrible crime, a shocking tragedy for New South Wales. I'm also here to report that on the 22nd and 23rd of December, the government will call back the New South Wales Parliament to deal with urgent legislation that we believe is required pre-Christmas to keep the community safe and ensure there's unambiguous laws in place when it comes to public safety. Firstly, in relation to firearms legislation in the state, we are proposing a bill which hasn't been finally drafted, but we will share with the opposition as soon as possible, to cap the number of firearms, to reclassify straight pull-up and pump-action shotguns, to look at reducing magazine capacity for shotguns, for prohibiting belt-fed magazines in those shotguns, and crucially removing NCAT as an appeal mechanism once a designation has been made about withdrawing a licence from the registered authority. At the moment, New South Wales Police routinely yank licences from gun holders and licence holders that they suspect or fear are a threat to the community. Those appeals are heard in NCAT, and police's objections are often overturned, and the guns remain with that individual. We'll extinguish that appeal pathway. I am firmly of the view, having spoken with many community members, not just from the Jewish community but right across Sydney, that protests right now in Sydney would be incredibly terrible for our community. In fact, they would rip apart our community, particularly protests about international events. I completely understand that there are people concerned about what's happening overseas, and of course they've got every right to be concerned, but my worry is about what's happening in Sydney right now. We'll look at, my concern is that a mass demonstration in this combustible situation with our multicultural community could light a flame that would be impossible to extinguish. My responsibility right now is both community safety and community harmony, and I have to explore all possible ways of ensuring that we lower the temperature in New South Wales and Sydney, that there are opportunities to come together, and that, for example, slogans or protests or marches don't tip into hate speech and further exacerbate an already combustible, difficult environment.
The crime scene we had hoped to release today, unfortunately it has taken longer to process that crime scene than we had hoped. Crime scene will be returned from the homicide squad back to the police area command this afternoon. There are a number of really important processes that need to be undertaken before that is returned to the public. I am incredibly proud of the officer who's been identified, as I am of every police officer who was there on that day. The bravery they went through to approach and resolve that situation is incredible.